You are so welcome to this week's Casting Charms. What do the charms have to say to you? Have a think between lots 1, 2 and 3. Look below in the description for 1, 2 and 3. If you've chosen lot 1, wait now as they will be revealed shortly. Lot number 1 are as follows. The first thing I was drawn towards was these gorgeous anchors that came out, and we have the Camino shell here as well. Anytime I see a Camino shell in any spread, it's always about a journey, a distance that we have to go in life. So a lot coming up for you in the next week about how anchored, grounded you are, your path forward. To me, a Camino is always about a journey in life, something you have to face, a decision on your path you might need to look into. In the no aspect of stuff here, we have a Pegasus jumping in there, and Pegasus to me are always about enchantment and wonder. So when one comes into our kind of spread, I'm almost very drawn towards looking at enchantment, wonder. You might be being a little bit pessimistic this week. This is what could block you. You really may need to go with the flow. We have a lovely presence of a butterfly, which is change coming your way. Presence of a little turtle is slow and steady will win the race this week for you. An unhappy fairy stone here, so a wee sad face coming here on this fairy stone, just to mean there could be bumps in the road. It may not look like a smooth week ahead, but it does mean there's some hard work or groundwork you may have to do first in order to reap rewards down the road. So there will be no fast fixes this week or quick remedies. This is slow and steady, saving that money, putting a bit aside, one foot in front of another. You could be in the middle of a weight loss journey, studying for an exam or a test, about to start a college process, etc. Either way here, it's just showing that you will have a really good week. Someone with the letter A there in the front part of their name, just to be very careful about. The infinity here is just a feeling of having to loop back or double check over finer details here. The I will be kind of a very helpful person that comes in here. Lovely little toadstool, and just a presence of quite a lot of magical totems and emblems there, and an interesting one because we have a cheeky little monkey here. So this is an element of mischief this week in your spread. So slow and steady, try not to fall for any gangster energy here or fast fixes or snake oil salespeople kind of thing. It really is, and this actually would apply a lot with people on a weight loss journey and looking for a fast fix, or it really is about common sense, and possibly the long route will be the route that will endure in the long run. So be true to yourself this week, pace yourself, and have a great week. Lot number 2 is a really interesting one. We've Amazonite here, very much about your throat, and then a very grounding piece of jasper, red jasper. So you've two extremes here, from a very grounding crystal to a crystal that's very light and gentle, articulating your truth. So this week for you, you're going to need to articulate those words, be very clear in your communication, try and not get swept up in the woulda, coulda, shouldas, or how things should turn out, etc. Focus on the how and the now. So being very clear. The very center of your spread, we have a silver dragon. So dragon energy, fire energy here. You may need to be a little bit sharp with one or two people. You might need to be very boundaried, or people are going to see you breathe fire. So a few home truths could be delivered with you this week. To the right here of the spread, in just the negative stalling aspect, we have the butterfly of transition with a little black bead. So that to me there is about you are currently undergoing a transformation. Will you try and be gentle with yourself? You need to be your own best friend this week. You need to have your own back here. You could be in the middle of a transformation, so try not to force yourself, hurry yourself, or rush yourself, for this feels here that the devil is in the detail, and you are going to need to be true to yourself. Carry some grounding crystals with you this week and mind those words. We're in a shadow period of Mercury retrograde, so you could be quite sharp or find yourself easily irritated or very emotional. Amazonite would help with those emotions, and be true to yourself. person with a G in their name is quite helpful. The Y, absolutely stay away from. And the X is quite interesting. I feel this is more of a crossroads, a pointer in your spread. And again, the letter T is an absolute no-go. No, this week will have a few bumps there for you, but I do feel you're learning more about yourself, and this year has been a year of progress and transformation, but very much now on relying on facts. Emotions are not facts, so if somebody is triggering you right now, you need to examine that and look at what is being brought up for you currently. True to yourself, ground yourself, get out in nature, and have a great week. This is the lot 3 for the mystery charms. As I look at this spread this week, the first thing I'm brought into is the peace emblem, and this is about peace of mind for you. So you may need to steer away from drama this week, as it feels there may be quite a lot of those that have issues and tissues, or people dumping on you, or you being dragged into the middle of someone else's circus. Repeat after me: not my circus, not my monkeys. Above at the top, I can see the presence of the butterfly beside a wee book, and this is all about reading books that help enhance your mind, that open your mind, that give you an insight about yourself. So looking at the self-help section of a bookstore will definitely be helpful to you, or you may be recommended a book by someone within 24 hours of watching this video. I would definitely advise you to check out that book, as that is your spirit team trying to get you to learn some useful insights for yourself and for how you see the world around you. People who won't be helpful this week are those with the letters M and R in their name. And you have a beautiful piece of aqua aura crystal here, very much about your spirituality, your spiritual path this week. You might be looking at booking a reading, divinity, all aspects of why you're here, and crystals as well. So learning more about crystals and how they work for you is a really good idea. Is sadness here around a relationship, as any kind of charms with rings are all about the journey we have in terms of the relationships in our life. So if you've currently gone through a breakup, this is allowing that sadness to pass, grieving for that relationship, and especially as we are in the shadow aspect of Mercury retrograde, run if an ex starts calling or you get that text messages. Block and delete. Absolutely do not go there. If you're in a current relationship, there may be issues here around commitment, so this could signify a really beautiful time for you in terms of emotional connection and deepening intimacy in a relationship. So it's just a lovely sign about love and knowing that you deserve and are worthy of love. And just finishing here with people that you might need to just park for the week is those with a Z or an N in their name, as they may be getting on your nerves and you just may feel like you do not have enough patience. You are changing, and there's a little B here, sorry, so that's also as well about just a boundary issue there. You are changing, you're going through a massive spiritual journey and unfoldment to you. Books such as The Alchemist are beautiful spiritual books, or any book really by Paulo Coelho. He is an amazing author. And I find anything about that brings out the wonder in you and the magic about why you're here. Life can be very humdrum and run us down sometimes, and we can feel incredibly almost overwhelmed by drudgery and by other people's obligations, responsibilities and chores that are necessary and are part of life, but sometimes can really get us down. Sometimes it's really important you just pull up a chair, get a good book and a nice cup of tea or cocoa and curl up and just allow yourself to be transported away. Perhaps put the phone down for a little bit. You may be up all night or finding it very hard to sleep. If you're watching this right now and it is the wee hours of the morning, it is time to go to bed. And after this, finish up and rest easy. I hope you have a wonderful week. Enjoy yourself, be good to yourself, and see you next week for some casting charms.